Yo, what is up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. It's a bit of a crazy angle there with the camera. Sorry about that. And the mic. So I hope everyone's doing great on this Friday. Today I've got Aaron Green from an awesome band called Aerith from the US. If you haven't heard of them before, today you're going to get a great insight into an awesome new melodic death metal band. He'll be joining me in about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to play a little set for you guys. Sorry the stream's late today. I know I normally stream a couple of hours before. But yeah, I'm just playing it by ear today. Hope that's okay with you guys. So yeah, I'm just going to say hi if you're checking the stream out. And I'm probably just going to get on with Beckoning Oblivion. I'm going to play a song from each album. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoy. And I'll speak to you slightly between songs as people roll in. Ta-da! Alrighty. Just going to let the intro play out on Beckoning as well, so maybe people can roll in. But yeah, I'm going to listen to a couple of songs from Aerith today, and pretty much just have a chat really. Me and Aaron have become friends, the singer, fairly recently. So we're just going to have a good old chat about the origins of Aerith and what it's all about. But yeah, this is Beckoning Oblivion from the first album. All right. Thanks a lot, Jesse. Really appreciate that. Glad your nephew enjoyed it. Hopefully you can get something out of her. I'm going to put the camera on my face again whilst I talk. Hopefully you can get something out of it all. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good on this Friday. Holler at me in the chat. Let me know that the quality's great and stuff. I've been having some issues lately, but I think I might have figured it out. I could be wrong though, so it's impossible to gauge because my stream tells me that it's all good, but then sometimes it's not. So yeah, I'm going to play a couple more songs for you guys from these albums over here. Played one from the first one, so I'm going to go to the second one now. And I think I'm going to play my favourite song from that one. Alright, this is Consequence Complex. Alrighty. That's 2. So, everyone checking me out on YouTube, come over to Twitch. Get my Twitch numbers up, baby. Facebook and YouTube. I love all you guys. That song, Wuta, if that is how to pronounce your name, is Consequence Complex, track number 2 from the album Demons. What's up, Mayhem? Mayhem's my new buddy. Been rolling with him on Predator. He's probably just seeing for the first time that I do this sort of stuff. Yeah, so... Oh, you're welcome, bud. Come over to Twitch, and I'll thank you further. Sign up. It's twitch.tv/Josh McMorrin. Says my name at the bottom. But yeah, so I've got an interview coming up soon here with Aaron from Aerith. We're going to talk about his project. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining me on Twitch, friend. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone that's watching, to be honest. I'm just trying to get those Twitch numbers up. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to just let off some steam here, guys, because I don't know, I've been a bit frustrated this week with a lot of things. But I'm getting through it. And I'm going to use the music to help me guide. So yeah, I'm going to play a song from the 3rd album, which is there. It's a little bit blurry because of the way I got the camera set, but have I completed the project? I'm working on it. Maybe I'll play a song from that to keep you satisfied. But first, I will play Survival Evolved. Full disclosure, Morgan does a lot of the lead work on this one, but the riffs are really hard as well. So, you know, try and appreciate the riffs because they need to be there. But yeah, my solo project's coming real soon, guys. It's taking a bit longer than hoped, but generally what happens. But I'll probably play a tune, maybe play along to a tune. I don't know how good it will sound, because I've only got a version that I've mixed myself, which isn't the final version. But I digress. Let's carry on. So yeah. Survival Evolved, guys. Cover songs? I don't know. It's never really been something we've considered. It's definitely something we could do. We've all got very different influences, though. So it's like hard to... Do you know what I mean? Like, a song that maybe Giacomo would like to cover, no one else maybe would like to cover. For example, I'm just using the bass player as an example because why not? Love you, Jack, so much, too much. So yeah, Survival Evolved before I go insane. song setting in. That is like that chord at the end is like the biggest relief you could ever imagine. So yeah, the numbers are getting up on the stream now, guys. How's everyone doing? Everyone good on this Friday night? I think I'm going to play a Forlorn World song before I go over to Aaron. Just get a few more peeps in here before we get this interview going. His band is so great, guys. So honestly, stick around. You're gonna really, if you haven't heard them before, if you're into old school In Flames before they got shit, then you need to hear these guys, because they're literally flying the flag for Swedish melodic death metal in America. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing alright. I'm going to switch my angles around a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to play a Forlorn World song for you guys. Hope that's okay. Because why not? You might have had this one already if you've watched my streams. Don't want to give away too much. Yeah, so this song it's called The Shadow Mancer. So I'm going to play it on the Bloodshot guitar, because why not? Let's go. I'll show you more about him later. guys, that's your lot for now. I might play it a bit later, some more, but hope it sounds good. I'm really hot now after playing 4 songs in a row. I was only going to play 3. Sorry, Aaron, if you're watching, to keep you waiting, but I'm gonna give you a call now, bud. My hat's like falling off and everything. This is just a disaster. All right, let me get my shit back in order, guys. Get my shit together. Alrighty, we don't need that right now. Okay, awesome, guys. So yeah, that was here's a little hint. It's coming soon, guys. Got Empty Spaces, not one, for the Forlorn World album, but there's another one. There's another empty space. What could it be? It could be a new Bloodshot Dawn album. The new Bloodshot Dawn album is done, guys. However, I wouldn't want to. It needs more time before it gets the light of day. But trust me, guys, it's going to be worth the wait. I'd love to preview you something, but I wouldn't. Again, I don't think it's ready. I don't think it's ready for you guys. But yeah, I'm going to try and call my good friend Aaron now. Let's see if we can get this going. Again, hope everyone's doing good on this wonderful day. Yeah, I'm hoping that there'll be my solo album. That song is from my new project, Dan. It's from my project Forlorn World. It's not a Bloodshot Dawn song. There's no clean vocals in Bloodshot Dawn as of yet. But yeah, just give me a moment to get through to my brother Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, bro. Just sorting stuff out my side. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Nice set.
Appreciate it. It's hotter than I expected, to be honest.
It's hot over here, man. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. I mean, it's freezing here. It's terrible.
Out for your heat down here ain't no joke, man.
Just having to adjust all my stuff to make sure you're not echoing and stuff. But yeah, man, nice to have you on. Sorry, I took a bit longer than expected, but
oh, no worries, man. It's all good, man. No worries.
Yeah, we had a few issues over here with getting the time difference sorted, but it's casual, man. Yeah. It's casual. We got 9 viewers now on Twitch alone, so it's nice.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys. So yeah, this is Aaron, guys. He's in a band called Aerith, if you haven't heard of them. And we're going to go straight to a song, and then we're going to come back and just discuss a little bit about the origins of the band and the other members and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you're doing good, Aaron. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a nice Friday and prepared to check out some sick melodic death metal if you haven't heard it before. So let's go.
You like it?
Okay, this is an older song. We are actually going to play a new song that's coming out soon afterwards. So after we have a bit of a chat. Yeah, this is my stuff, guys. This is what I love to listen to. Artwork's awesome as well. Look at that. If you don't know, guys, this is actually Ken from Boyd's other band, where he writes the music and stuff. Him and Aaron are actually, they live together, so...
Oh no, we don't live together.
Oh, you don't live together, you live close.
We live very close to each other, yeah.
Pretty much live close enough to do stuff together. Unlike me.
Yeah.
In my eyes, you live together. You know, when Morgan's...
We pretty much do.
when all my band are in different countries, which I can't get to anymore. So I'll stop talking over the song. It's a good song. So yeah, there's a pretty strong concept behind all of this stuff, and so we're gonna have a little, we're gonna divulge into that a little bit, and in a little bit. So it does sound awesome. I agree with you. Really nice atmosphere. It's nice to break it down. It's quite a blast heavy song, but you know, nice bit of feeling in there as well. I mean, that's like ultimate mellow jazz. Yeah, this is an older song, like I said, guys. They have a new single that we're going to be playing after a little chat, and it's awesome, so stick around for that. Not that this isn't awesome. For me, it's like Jester Race in Flames with modern production, you know, in a good way. Do you know what I mean? This is the sound they should be making now, not this. You know, they shouldn't be re-releasing Clayman like sounding like shit.
I like metalcore.
I think I lasted 4 seconds into the intro and I was like, no.
I was out. Yeah.
No.
I hate to say that. So it breaks my heart to say that.
So this is Marios from Night Rage, the solo. I guess it is. What's up, Aaron, my boy? Sorry, it's Aaron Savas. You probably know him, actually.
I know him.
Yeah, he's just in the chat here, sculpting away.
What's up, Aaron? Never met, but what's up, buddy?
He can hear you. Ken's such a ridiculous drummer, I love it.
Yeah, man, he's ridiculous, dude.
It's Aaron Green, Aaron Savas. That's why there's a confusion going on. Nice one, man. Yeah, he's awesome. Got some people loving it in the chat here on Twitch. Guys, you can check more out from these guys. The whole CD's of this album, I believe, is on Spotify already and Apple Music. So
We have physicals. We just got a restock.
nice. We'll point you to their socials soon, where you'll be able to find all their merch and all that sort of stuff. But this is definitely a band that you need to get into. They're active right now. Like I say, we've got a new single to show you guys. So. So good. Alrighty. I love that. It's just at the end it just says featuring Mario from Night Rage and nothing else but a black screen. Alrighty. Appreciate that, man. So that's from the first CD, right? Was that
the first EP.
So that was your first initial release. When did that come out?
2018 in January 2018. It took when the project started. Process of that EP started in April of 2016.
Okay, cool. And so yeah, a cool story about this EP is I knew that the band was going around because I'd heard I think you might have done an initial single. I could be totally wrong about that, but I knew I heard on the grapevine that there was Ken was doing something, and I first discovered that the record was out when I was in Japan on tour. I went to my favorite record store there, and it was one of the featured records actually. Just your CD
that's
was
where
up.
Our CD came from.
Yeah. Your CD was up on the. It was in Disc Union, and it was like a recommended in the melodic death metal section.
That's sick. I had no idea that was like that there. Yeah, we got hit up by Solitude and Invasion of Solitude Records, and they were like, "Man, you guys want to release it on our label?" And I talked to Ken, and we were like,
Yeah, I mean they had it in the stores on the recommended melodic death metal part, so it was
super rad.
They were definitely doing their job, dude. Like I thought it was really cool, man. And I saw the name and I was like, go on.
Kenta? Oh, sorry, I apologize. No, his name was Kenta. Really nice guy.
Yeah, I know Kenta. Kenta's worked with us as well. He loves the melodic death metal stuff, and very accommodating man. Actually, really nice. I mean, all of the Japanese sort of guys that I've worked with and ladies have always been really, really helpful. And there's a keen love for the melodic death metal niche over there. So I'm sure one day you'll get a chance. Yeah. One day you'll get a chance to play there. I guarantee it. If you keep putting out albums. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, I'll come and play guitar for you if you have to. If I have to.
Oh shit! Dude, that'd be sick. Guess I'll tell you guys something that Ken has said. If we ever did play shows ever, if it ever did happen, Ken didn't want to play drums live. He wants to play guitar live.
Damn. So, I mean, that's going to be the hard part, is finding someone to play Ken's drum parts.
Yeah, we know a couple of people. I mean, there's people out there. It's just like, hey, man, can we afford to pay him to do it? Like, what's going to happen? But, I mean, it'd be interesting to see Ken play guitar live. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing, because he's a talented fella. And, it'd be interesting to see his dynamic on stage like that. So what's the origins of the band then? Why did it start? And I'm guessing it was just you and Ken who started it?
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to go back a little bit. So, like, I met Ken, and we were in 6th grade when I first moved to Chico. I moved here, and then I met Ken in 6th grade. We had the same class together. And one thing that we clicked on immediately, because he was one of the first people that actually talked to me when I came to this town, was video games. Like, we had that in common. Like, I was into Resident Evil, and RPGs, and so was he. And so it just kind of warped into this friendship. And in the middle, his parents were really into this kind of music and into metal, but I'd never heard of metal. I grew up listening to like Sinatra, Dean Martin, Elvis Presley. My mom was a big Elvis fan, met Elvis twice and saw him like 4 times and like was immersed in that. So that was like my intro to music. And then my brother, who's like 13 years older than me, was into like gangster rap, Tupac, Eazy-E, NWA, Corrupt, Dre, all that stuff. So, but I never really got into metal. When I met Ken, I was like, I loved all music, but I just didn't know. So he gave me 3 albums. Gave me his dad's band's album, and then he gave me
what was his dad's
Iron
band
Maiden,
called, out of curiosity?
Alan.
Okay.
Alan, and named after a porn star or something like that. I can't remember.
Nice.
Something like that. Nice. It was pretty dope. But so Fallon and then he gave me Number of the Beast, Ogre Display of Power.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And Sound of Perseverance.
Oh, damn.
And then there was one more.
These were the first metal records that you ever experienced.
Ever. Yeah, ever in my life. And then right after
that's a good little collection there.
Yeah.
And
and after that,
sorry, one second. Radiophobia. There's about 25 people watching just by the looks of it right now, and you're watching, so I hope that answers your question. He asked he's like, who is even watching this? Like, what a dick. Anyway, carry on.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I thought that was just an arsehole question to ask, and I don't care today. So.
People like the attention.
Anyway. You got it.
Yeah, so those were my intros to metal, those albums, and then after that it was like game over. I want more.
Out of curiosity, like, because it's quite a different selection of metal. Oh dear. Looks like I just lost connection to him.
Oops, can you see me?
I can hear you.
Can you see me?
I can't see you.
I don't know what happened. Here we go.
You're coming back. There he is. Whee.
That was weird. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
Technology.
Yeah, so out of all those albums, out of Maiden, Death, and all that, which were you most drawn to? Maiden, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was super epic. There was that melodic element to it, that catchiness.
Like, I don't want people to hate on me and stuff. And I'm fairly outspoken about this, but I'm really not a fan of Iron Maiden that much. I've literally tried to watch him 4 times live, and I mean, I think it's because when I was younger, I first got into metal by watching like music TV when they actually had music videos on television. And I literally just got hammered with Can I Play With Madness? I was literally like 5 times a day having that song blasted at me, and that really like killed. And like, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, entertaining band, but
they're fantastic live. It's a spectacle to see them live. Like I always tell people, even if you don't like Maiden, it's an experience. That's a show. That's an experience. Like you have to see it to know
don't get me wrong,
what that band's about. You know,
there is a certain sense of pride as well when it's like, you know, these are British guys that have done it for however long, and they're just, you know, it makes you want to, you know, it makes me want to do it forever. You know, if they can, then why not?
For sure.
So
I mean, as a young kid, when I was young, amongst those albums, that was the one that spoke out. But now, like, I mean, I got a Eddie tattoo and a Cowboys from Hell tattoo. Yeah. So I would say out of all those, and I love Death. Don't get me wrong. Like Sound of Perseverance is huge on me, but like Pantera was just like, it hit hard for me. I don't know what it was, and I think also part of that was the enthusiasm of Ken and Frank, his dad, because his dad and his mom were just so in love with Dimebag and Pantera.
Yeah, I love Dimebag as well. I don't know if you saw, but check this out if you can see the screen.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the painting. That was the first gift my Toria gave to me, so it's really quite special. And I was just like, I want a painting of Dimebag. Oh yeah. She's like, I don't like it. I could do better. And I'm just like, nope, it's special. Nope. It's imprinted now. You gotta look at it for the rest of your life.
Oh man, that's amazing.
But that
was a big one.
I mean, Pantera as well. Just to interject, they were definitely my first major influence to get into all this. Really, I watched the home videos on VHS. 1, 2, and 3 with one of my school buddies, and I was just like blown away. Like before that, I was kind of into like. I mean, I was into a bunch of stuff, really, but I was more on the side of, like, pop punk and ska punk sort of stuff, because it was that era, you know, where Blink-182 and all that stuff were massive, and I was only, like, 14. So I was like, killer, yeah, get a guitar, play power chords. And then my friend was like, you have to check out this band. This is awesome. The music's awesome. And so I watched it, and I was just like, that's how I want to live my life, you know. I want to have that broship, and I want to go on tour and... you know, just have a party, you know. So, but yeah, no, I can see how it can influence anyone. Seeing that literally made me make the decision to just grind it out and try and shred for a living.
That's funny. I mean, my background was a little bit of that too. Like, Blink 182, Alien Ant Farm when Anthology came out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Newfound Glory. I was really into those
Newfound
bands.
Glory. They're really good.
That was like my.
I really liked AFI and stuff like that, which was kind of pushing me towards. I never got
into them.
That kind of pushed me towards the more skank beaty sounding stuff, which is where I started to move towards faster stuff because they had some more, sort of like thrashy, I guess, drum beats, skank beats, I call them.
For sure. No, yeah. For sure.
But yeah, so that's cool.
But yeah, that was my introduction. Yeah.
So what encouraged you to? I'm assuming Ken and his parents had something to do with it. But what clicked in your mind when you decided you want to do vocals? And
it's the first time. What really hit me, like I was like, I want to do that, was when I saw Ozfest 2005.
Epic.
I saw Switch Engage, In Flames, Hatebreed, As I Lay Dying, Black Dahlia Murder. Behemoth, it just, and then Maiden, that was the Maiden tour too, and I just, after seeing that, I left there like changed. Like watching In Flames left such an impact on me.
Had you heard In Flames before that, or?
Yes.
You had.
I did. That was like, I was already.
What era? I know you said 2005, but do you remember what sort of album era that was that they were touring?
That was Soundtrack to Your Escape.
Okay, nice. A good.
Yeah, and I loved that album.
Yeah, not a bad time at all.
I think that my first song introed into them was Cloud Connected, when I first, like, the first song I ever heard. Bump, dun, 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 and I was like, my head was already kind of like, what this two-steppy, really slow, but it's just like there's such a nice groove, just pace to it. And then there was something to it. But then when I discovered Clayman, it was like, oh shit, like this. My first song I ever heard off Clayman was Swim. I was like, man, this is Iron Maiden. Like, this sounds like Maiden. Like death metal.
They're definitely big time influenced by Maiden. That's no secret. The original guys. So yeah, no, I mean, so. Can you remember any, like, because obviously that's a big sort of fest and stuff, any little details of any other show that you remember that you were, like, really stand out in your memory, or just the whole day was just, like, life-changing in general?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is quite a long time ago. This is like 15 years.
Yeah. So a really good one was one of the biggest shows that really had a fat impact on me. Was 2009, The Faceless, Inches of Blood, Between the Buried and Me, and In Flames. And it was in this really little 300 cap venue in Reno, and Anders was like, I had only seen them in big shows like theaters or like massive festivals, and to see him like right there, like he is like 2 people away from me. And I was like, oh my God, like, holy shit, he's right there. Like, I could feel heat.
Was it just part of a tour show or something?
It was a tour, yeah. It was, there it is, like, if I could find it, if you could see it right up there.
Oh, yeah. Right at the top, yeah.
Yeah, that was when they were on a Sense of Purpose, when they were doing that album.
Nice.
And, that show, I left there, and that was when we did a meet and greet when I met them the first time. And they came out with beers and just talked to everybody for like an hour, dude. Like, we got hammered.
Yeah,
and,
if Swedish people with beers, that's just like, you're gonna have a good time, guaranteed.
Unfortunately, though, that was the first tour without Jesper.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, he probably shouldn't be drinking heavily anyway at that point. So
no. It's to the point where he couldn't even like remember to play his guitar. I'm pretty sure I heard that they were using like backtracks at that point for him, and it's just sad. I mean,
I'm sure he's doing better now, though.
Guy.
He needed time.
I heard,
he needed to get away to stop enabling himself to get drunk every day or whatever. It's
Jesus,
it's hard.
I couldn't imagine.
But yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So So In Flames had a huge impact, obviously, and your vocals sound similar. I mean, the band has obviously pretty big influences within In Flames. What other bands would you say influence Aerith sound?
Black Dahlia Murder for sure. I draw a lot of influence from Trevor, like major influence. He was
Legend.
like, when it came to like wanting to do vocals, it was Anders, but like getting my influence and my sound not just from Anders and like wanting to do it, Trevor came out, and just the way his mapping was and his energy and the way his ranges were, I just loved it. I wanted to kind of make it my own. So my style kind of is like a combination between old Anders and Trevor. Like in a lot of ways, and it's kind of like my own, and I do my own things too. Like
yeah, I mean, it definitely
like
doesn't sound exactly like either. It's like you know, and modern, and you know, it's your own unique approach to it, and it comes off really effective. So basically, when you're writing the music, so you and Ken write the music together, or how does it go?
So instrumentally, Ken does pretty much everything for the majority.
Cool.
Guitars, drums, and everything. I put in.
So there you go, guys. Ken doesn't just play drums and aborted. He also can write epic melodic death metal as well. There's no ends to his talent.
He is a man of all trades.
So
there's a hashtag me and him started.
So he brings the music to you, and then you do all the lyrics yourself. Nice.
Yeah.
Killer. So, I bet that's awesome to have someone you've known all your life producing like great music for you to, you know, a great palette for you to put your own stamp on. I bet that's awesome.
It's kind of like that. It's really cool. I mean, the thing is, Ken loves that music too, and he wanted to do something kind of out of Aborted too. And when it came to like wanting to do a project, Aborted was kind of like taking a long hiatus in 2016. They were just like taking a break, writing for Terror Vision, and they were writing the EP, their next EP before Terror Vision, and
Retro Gore.
We were just kind of like, you know, Retro Gore. And then so we were like, what are we gonna? I've always wanted to do music with you. I always wanted to do a project together. We've always tried to make it happen, just hasn't. Would you want to do? And he goes, yeah, let's do it. And he sent me the first track, which was the first first version of The Uprising, the track on our first EP. And it really sounded like Kill Switch than anything else, and then we kind of changed it up and just ended up really like going towards that In Flames thing, because we wanted to do something melodic, and that's our roots, is In Flames and Kill Switch and Darkest Hour and At the Gates, Our Facility, Night Rage. So it just kind of veered towards that kind of sound, and then it just kind of clicked with me, like, my influences and what I've heard before, what I love, just kind of came to me, like the way the song sounded with the vocals I would hear in my head, the mapping and hearing the iterations and everything. And once I put the lyrics to it, I knew how to like phrase it, and it is like, oh man, it's got like a Jester Race kind of like mapping to it. This has got like kind of a mid 2000s In Flames mapping to it. And
nice, yeah.
It's kind of went that way, so it worked out really well, and it's really weird that he can write this authentic Swedish melodic death metal and he's not even Swedish.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a state of mind, I think. Even though it's like Swedish melodic death metal, it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
But no. So that's awesome. So, really cool artwork. I wish I could actually put it up on screen again. I don't have it to hand right this second. But yeah, so there's like a strong, obviously with the band being called Aerith, there's a strong influence tied to video games, Aerith being a character from Final Fantasy VII. Can you give us a bit of like insight into, you know, the concept of the band? Because it's got, I mean, we've spoken about it before, but there's quite a strong concept behind the art and the music. So, you know, if you could give like a brief rundown of where we're at, and I'll try and get that artwork actually whilst you explain, and so I can probably put it up on screen.
So the name kind of it made sense because this is a project between good friends. I've known Ken 20 years, so it just kind of like we were making music we love, so why not put more stuff that we love and have in common from our friendship and things that we like in it, right? And so I was playing Final Fantasy 15 when you're driving in the regalia around the map. And then in the car, different songs from different Final Fantasies would come on, and Aerith's theme came on. And at that time, I was trying to think of a name for the project, and I probably went through like 100 names, and nothing stuck. When Aerith's theme came on, I was like, "That's it. That's the name right there. That's it. I got it." And I texted Ken immediately. I go, "That's the name, dude." And he goes, "Oh yeah, that sounds awesome." And it's really cool because it doesn't just symbolize that the thing that molded our friendship that we had in common when we first met and was a big strong basis of our friendship. The story and the concept of that character and the weight she held in that story and her death and her life and what she stood for and how pure and good she was, it all just kind of connected with the connection with me and Ken and our friendship and with the story. And it just all kind of just like went full circle. And
if you don't know the story of Aerith, guys, she's like from Final Fantasy VII. She's basically a really pure character, strong-willed, and she has a tragic happening. No spoilers. I mean, it's such an old game. Played it when I was a kid.
It's an old game. She's the last of an ancient race that had such a connection to the planet, where the ancients, that they call them, could speak to the planet and connect with the planet, and humanity on that planet like lost their connection, and she's the last of that race that still had that.
So yeah, I've just managed to put the album cover in between us now, so people can.
Oh, there it is.
You can talk about. You can explain to people what's going on here. So who's the character?
So the character, this concept came up when I was having a DMT experience in the middle of.
Talking about DMT has worked on for other famous streamers, has it not? If I'm not mistaken.
It has. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
And so the concept kind of came to me after I had a really, really deep DMT experience. And
don't try drugs at home, kids. It's not something I do either.
I mean, I'll quote a very famous person named Hunter S. Thompson. I would never advocate drugs, psychedelics to anybody, but they worked for me.
There you go, guys.
Take it as it is. So.
Well, it's inspired. Anyway, just before we go on, it's inspired an awesome concept. So let's, there's no negativity here. Let's just carry on and hear you out. Let's.
Well, that's a big part of it. I came up with the idea of like, I grew up around so much fiction and media, and when I was a kid, I was such a sponge for storytelling. So I loved comics, video games, books. Lord of the Rings, Judge Dredd, Alien versus Predator, fantasy, Batman. I mean, the list goes on.
I love it all.
Love it all. And movies, for sure. Blade Runner, John Carpenter
Predator.
Movies. Predator. I mean, just everything like that. I wanted to take all of those concepts, and create one story that's influenced by everything that I loved. And just take bits and pieces from it and make it my own, because that's what all art is. We get influenced by things, and then we kind of take that influence and make it our own.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You can always see a little bit of that influence, but I wanted to make it abundantly clear what's influencing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time people are trying to cover their tracks and mask the influences, but it's nice that you've taken it the other way, and you're like wanting to push all your influences out into one. It's awesome.
And tribute to those people.
Like, of course,
Sean
tribute.
Carpenter and all these things.
Let me just move your album cover.
Who did they're like album covers like Army of Darkness. I got it signed by.
Nice. No, sorry, your album cover was in the way of what you were pointing at. That's why I just moved it across so we can see your posters now. But.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm influenced by a lot of it. Ridley Scott, Sam Raimi, who did all the Evil Deads, and I got to meet one and only Ash. It was an honor.
Oh, an epic!
I love that guy. And you know, so I wanted it to be also like a tribute to that, not to be just a thing where it's like, oh, these are all things, and I'm not even like, I wanted to make it abundantly obvious what I was doing, also making it my own and tell my own story with those influences. And so, character you see there, there's no name for him. His name's the Wanderer. That's what I have at this point, but there will be more to be revealed. I have about 185 pages of like stories and notes and things I want to
yeah,
go
believe
through.
me, we've spoken in depth about it, and I'm sure we've barely even scratched the surface. So
Really, I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's incredibly exciting to hear about all the concept and how, you know, how far it could be taken, because obviously, you know,
Right.
you guys planning to release as much as you can. You know, you're obviously
Right.
you're not a live band yet, so, you know, I guess it's just when you can get to it, really, with the recording new material and stuff.
Yeah, because again, this is something we do on our free time and between friends. And Ken's main priority is always going to be aborted.
Yeah, of
and
course,
so
yeah.
he does this outside his time, and we do it when we're free. You know, I have a full-time job, and Ken's full-time job's aborted. And then when on his off time, you know, I don't want this to be like a job for him. I want him to do it
Yeah,
when he's feeling it. So if he doesn't want to do anything music, sometimes when he gets off tour, he's like, I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to touch an instrument. I just want to
It's relatable.
play games and do nothing. Doesn't even answer his phone a lot, and I don't blame him. Like, he's just so
Yeah, of
saturated
course.
with it 24/7.
Yeah, he
So when we
works
get-
he works extremely hard. So, you know, it's nice that he has an outlet, though. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does write music within Aborted.
Pretty much writes a lot, mostly
Yeah.
85% of the material.
Yeah, in recent times more so. But it's
Last
nice.
three albums,
But it's
yeah.
nice that he has an outlet outside of Aborted to, you know, be creative, because obviously Aborted's, they're not. I'm not going to say it's a strictly death metal band, but it's, you know, it's pretty
Has
death
its
metal. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's very death metal.
So I'm sure.
Very death metal.
I'm sure.
So it
I'm
was kinda
sure.
cool.
I'm
It's
sure that Ken wants to just be laid back and do some normal, like, boom boom da dum boom, you know, melodic death metal drums. You know, like James,
Yeah, for sure.
who
I mean-
drums for Bloodshot, he also plays Invader. And he,
Oh, I
he-
didn't know that. That's awesome.
yeah, he loves coming and playing our stuff, because it's, you know, Vader's like 75 minutes of blast beats, and then he comes to us and it's like, it's probably like 75 seconds of blast beats, you know, maximum per song. So, but yeah, I mean, he likes to just hit it hard as well, and I know Ken likes to hit hard. And when you're blasting fast, it's not as easy. But when you're doing slower sort of double kick stuff, I bet it's enjoyable anyway for a drummer that has to drum fast.
It's a lot more, yeah.
90% of the time.
And it's not that it's not fun it's not that it's not fun death metal wise. I think it's just good to have like a different thing to do and not just stick to your norm. You know, have a different type of like outlet, like you said, to do something different. And I think that was part of the reason why I felt like this would be fun for him and us.
And the other thing is being able to do it with his best friend, or, you know, someone he's grown up with, is. I'm jealous, I'll be honest. I mean, my first band was with my friend who lived down my road, but he doesn't play music anymore, unfortunately. So it's, you know, it would be nice if we managed to. Yeah, well, no, you're both fortunate to have each other, really, and it's really cool that you can come together and create something really epic.
And his dad does the bass.
Oh, nice. There you go. I bet that's fun for him.
Does all the bass.
Is he
Very fun. I mean,
his Ken's parents, I guess they really pushed him into getting into drums and stuff at an early age. 'Cause, I mean,
they were very supportive.
how long has he been playing drums? Since he could lift sticks, or?
I've known him.
Yeah.
I've known him for 20 years. Like I knew him back in the day when he was playing on his Yamaha kit in his bedroom playing Blink 182.
Yeah.
Just back in the day, and we are even playing like Cheech and Chong, you know,
Yeah.
Like we would play stupid songs and just having so much fun. Alien Ant Farm, Limp Bizkit.
Did he have natural talent back then? Could you like kind of see that?
Oh yeah.
Instantly, just like, damn. It's
His first thing he told me, like, I'm gonna do drums for my dad's band someday. And 5 years later, he's in his dad's band playing drums, and then he's in Abysmal Dawn, and he's in Abigail Williams, his favorite band at the time. Then he's in Aborted. It's like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, he did it all.
And he's been in Aborted
he's
been in Aborted for a long time now, hasn't he? Really, it's
2010, 10 years now.
Yeah, I mean, I toured with him in 2012, I think. It might or 2013 in January. And
You're still doing Global Flatline?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was Vader, Aborted, Bonded by Blood, and us. It was pretty cool tour.
He's the one that introduced me to Bloodshot Dawn. He was like, "Hey man, this band that we just toured with, you would really dig this." And he told me about you guys, and then ever since then, I was like, "Wow, this band's really good." Like,
well, there you go. That's that was the initial connection. But no, I mean, that was a really cool tour for us. That was our first European tour, so it was pretty epic.
Awesome.
It was like,
yeah, it's epic, dude. That first album was awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
First album, man.
So yeah, so cool stuff happening with the concepts. Pretty much going to move on because I'm gonna be playing some games later, guys. If you want to come check it out, I'm going to be playing some Predator Hunting Grounds. I would be playing with Aaron, but they fucked up and they don't have crossplay yet between console and PC. But soon.
Hopefully, man.
Because I love the game so much, and I want to bro down with everyone, all of my PlayStation friends. But yeah, so you've got a new record coming, or you're working on a new record, and you have a new single.
Working on an idea.
You have a new single coming out. Is this single part of the next record, or is it just like a transitional step?
It's a standalone thing. It's not going to be part of anything. This was something that people since day one, since the launch of it, had been asking. A question that has been always in comments, YouTube comments, and in our DMs, everything, man. Which is, are you guys going to do anything Final Fantasy themed or anything? I have always been really scared to touch that because it's just like, damn, I didn't know the name was going to be like this yearning to people to want something like that.
Well, as soon as I heard it, I was like, Final Fantasy VII theme melodic death metal band. I'm in. And then I listened and it was like, this has nothing to do with Final Fantasy VII, but it's still awesome. I mean, when you initially hear, like, I was just imagining like covers and stuff, like, I don't know what I was thinking when I first heard the name. But
my worry was like I could start writing lyrics and themes about it, but at some point it's only going to go so far. I can only talk about and write about those things until it's like there's nothing else to say because there's a beginning to end to that story. So I came up with my own story, but then I just kind of, since the release of the remake, and I replayed the original before the remake so I could get amped up for the remake and get in tune with the story again and the little things. It's got really I
haven't played the remake yet, so don't spoil it because I don't have a PlayStation.
It's in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
I tried to get a PlayStation, but during the lockdown, all PlayStations were sold out. So sad times.
Surprise, man.
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, I got really inspired to do something Final Fantasy themed, and then I finally just started writing the lyrics and came up with an idea to write a track about my interpretation of the connection between Zack and Aerith, and their love between each other, and
that's pretty deep lore, like for most people. Most people wouldn't even know that. I mean, it's quite hard to. I mean, I'm sure you've seen Advent Children and all the animation. Have you seen those?
Love it, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. I play Crisis Core.
They do quite a nice. They do quite a nice thing for Aerith and Zack on that, don't they? It's like, it's pretty cool.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, that's the cool. Best tribute I've seen to them. Honestly, it's awesome.
The best thing about this too is that lyrically too, like I don't I try to write my lyrics to be interpreted in different ways. So I try to write it to be very open interpretation. So
Mm-hmm.
you can either write it based on what it's about or take the initial message inside of it and make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
And that was drawn by like my ideals on how to write lyrics and themes by Howard Jones. You know, people were like, "Oh, like my curse has made this way." He goes, "I mean, yeah, I mean that's not what I wrote about it. That's not what it means to me. But if that means to somebody else what they hear and they interpret, I mean, it's open for interpretation." But you know, I wrote it for an initial idea for this, but also I also wrote it to, if people don't know Final Fantasy, there is a message in there they can take.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's have a listen to it, and then we can have a little chat about it, about
Play
the song.
new one?
Yeah, is that okay?
All right. That's fine. This is going to be the premiere, and I guess I should say July 10th will be the release, and merch will be available here pretty soon. Once I get everything in, I'll post it up on our Bandcamp, and I think you guys will like what we got in store.
Okay, I'm not going to talk pretty much at all. I'm just going to sit in the corner and headbang for this one, guys. I'm recording it as well, so you can use this as footage if you want to later, Aaron. So do you want to just introduce the song again quickly before
The name of the song is called For the Fallen, a tribute to Zach and Aerith.
Alrighty, guys, so enjoy. Hopefully it plays the right one. If not, I have to quickly switch. Yes, I got it. Alright, enjoy, guys. I'm going to sit back and relax. Let us know what you think in the comments, guys. Sounds awesome to me, though. Epic solos. Love it. Pretty sure the guys from Fallujah are doing leads on this song.
Hairstyle did go different. Then the next vocals coming up are done by Antonio Palermo.
Definitely got more sort of Jester Race vibes. Like, I don't know. I wish they'd if they reproduced Jester Race, if it sounded close to as good as this, I'd be happy. Because it's pretty shaky, the production on that album. I still love it for what it is.
And I love the rawness of that album.
Yeah, I mean, the song's great, man. Congratulations, it's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's kind of I feel like it's a cross between like Undoing Ruin, Darkest Hour meets Yesterday. It's kind of a horrible.
Yeah, for sure. Brilliant. So.
Man, yeah.
So
and, we couldn't have done it. It was so cool.
When's that coming out for releases? I'm guessing it's going to be digitally released.
It's going to be digitally released. So we were originally going to do it July 3rd, but since the COVID-19 crisis and things getting tossed back, CD baby distribution kind of has taking a little bit longer to register everything and license everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we just thought it'd be safer to do it around July 10th to give them an extra week or so. And they said no longer than 2 weeks. So July 10th, it will be everything. And it'll be available for, you name your own price on Bandcamp. And if you do buy a T-shirt or a poster or the bundle that we have planned, you'll get a free download. And then 50% of all the proceeds will go towards the George Floyd Foundation.
Fantastic. And, that's a good cause.
And
so yeah, guys. I mean, that's coming out. That's coming out soon. If you want to check out more on the guys, you can go to their official Instagram page, and there's the artwork of the single For the Fallen. So yeah, that's coming out real soon. And that was a premiere. So thank you so much for the scoop, Aaron. Appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Really cool. Yeah, guys, go check them out because I really love this band Aerith, and I'm looking forward to seeing more in the future from them. It's a pleasure.
We got a lot of cool stuff planned.
It's a pleasure for me to have you on the show, man, and hopefully we can do it again sometime later down the line, maybe to talk about later releases and stuff. It's been nice to get a little bit of scoop on Ken's history with drumming and stuff as well. Like it's just a really cool project and something I'm definitely keen to keep my eye on. So
thanks, man. Yeah. I'm very thankful for him for having a friend like him and being able to make music with a really good friend, because the chemistry really goes far within the music and it shows. Yeah,
definitely. Have you got anything else you want to add about the project or anything? Or
I did forget to mention, one recurring theme that we really wanted to have fun with was that every track will have some kind of guest appearance on it. So you guys can always expect some kind of really cool guest appearances. Normally it's always been guitar solos, but on these new future material, we have about 10 songs demoed out, and most of them all have spots on it from some really crazy guest spots. I won't go too in depth, but I'll say you can expect a few from bands such as Born of Osiris and Rivers of Nile, and a few other really crazy guest spots that we're really on. So
it's always good to collaborate, because especially with geniuses like these guys that you're obviously talking about. Maybe not all geniuses. I could potentially be on this. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. If I'm good enough. If I'm good enough, we'll see.
Oh, dude, you're more than good enough. You're more than worthy, man. Like, this whole project will start to have fun with two friends and make friends and bring a community together in collaboration. So I mean,
it's definitely worked with me and you. So I'm really looking forward to having a go on one of the tracks, because it sounds awesome.
Very excited for it, man. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, man, for being a part of it.
No, it's my pleasure, dude. We're pretty much going to wrap up here.
Righty.
So, yeah, I'm just going to show you the Aerith link again, guys. If you want to check them out, you can go on Instagram. You can get to all of their links from there. I'm sure you can find them. They already have an album out, EP, sorry. Singles coming out very soon, and future album coming. So thanks again, Aaron, and thanks to everyone who watched today. We had some pretty decent viewership, so really appreciate everyone. I'm gonna stop the recording there. I hope the stream's been alright as well, because I've had some technical issues, but I think I nailed it today. I'm going to find out from the fiance shortly. So, but yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll be back on Sunday. I'm going to do a Sunday songwriting session. I'm going to spend that session composing a solo, or trying to compose a solo under pressure from you guys watching. So if you want to see me squirm, Sunday's the day. But yeah, thanks again. Sorry it was late. And yeah, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for divulging about your awesome band, and I hope people will go and check you out. So cheers, guys. I will see you again on Sunday. Oh, that is the wrong screen. That's a bigger screen to me. Bye bye.